King James came from a royal line. Do you understand that even King Arthur was a black man also?
Yes. It's all us.
Okay, it's all us.
So see, we had indigenous Americans had the whole planet at one time, but we went against the covenant that was set before us by Noah and Peleg.
Indigenous Americans didn't have the whole planet. That's not in the Bible. Indigenous Americans, you know, that's Israelites. I'm Native American.
We have Y DNA. Y DNA comes from America,
but you can't,
and it's been dispersed out to the rest of the world.
Let me tell you 3-9. So you say it's Y DNA. It doesn't go by because we don't know. I can't tell you 50 years, 50 generations up who was my forefather. So I don't know when he was. So I can't go by that. I have to go by the bearing witness to what the scripture says.
Who gonna rise up? Who gonna stand up? Who did the most high call? Stand up tall. No, don't drop the ball. Prophecy being fulfilled. No, I don't wanna be killed. Rehearsing the righteous acts real. Yeah, I know the drill. Christ came in, he sealed the deal. Damn, how a heathen feel. Work don't stop when I'm off the clock. Get off work, I hit the block. Fishing for my people, trying to get them to the kingdom. Fly missions, hope they listen. Trying to give them what they missing. Stop the sinning or you finish. Yeah, the most high, he gon' get you. Gotta go out in the streets and teach and gather the flock. Lace my boots, get off my ass, cause this truth can't be stopped. It's a dire need for my people who need to be taught. The most high call me an answer. Who gonna punch that clock? Who gonna go to the block? Who gonna gather the flock? Prophesy non-stop. Who gonna teach this truth? Who gonna lace up their boots? Hit the streets, let's move. Shake the hand and regroup. The most high.
Defame it. So guess what? Over time, Christianity, the Renaissance period happened after King James died. Renaissance means rebirth of the white nations. So white people took it over. So that's when you get this drawing right here.
The rise of their nations, because
they control everything right now. So they are up there.
I'm not saying I'm not converting.
Right. So
I'm saying they came into power around that time.
Right.
All of them are cousins. Dark-skinned Caucasians, white Caucasians, they all relate.
It goes according to the bloodline.
They came.
It goes according to your bloodline. So yeah,
genetics. That's what I'm saying. Right. Genetics.
But we know who the Israelites are.
They are Caucasian genetically. I don't care what color they are. They could be darker than you. They could be darker than me, lighter.
Okay, so how would you know? So how do you know what your lineage is? What would you go by?
You go by the Bible and your DNA as far as your lineage.
So when the Bible tells you of how your lineage is, you know the scripture.
You go in Genesis, and they tell you the bloodlines before the flood.
So let me show
you. And everything that come after is a product of Noah and his seed.
So let me show you.
Whether they were Nephilim.
Read that. This is Numbers 1 and 18. Read that.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1 and verse 18.
Read.
And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month.
Read.
And they declared their pedigree.
Their pedigree. That's their lineage, their heritage. By what? Read.
After their families, by the house of their fathers.
It has to be by the father. Okay. Not the mother, the father.
So see, if you a Jew today, they go by your mother.
So
see, they
here's the thing. So King James came from a royal line. Do you understand that even King Arthur was a black man also?
Yes. It's all us.
Okay, it's all us.
So see, we had indigenous Americans had the whole planet at one time, but we went against the covenant that was set before us by Noah and Peleg.
Indigenous Americans didn't have the whole planet. That's not in the Bible. Indigenous Americans, you know, that's Israelites. I'm Native American.
We have Y DNA. Y DNA comes from America, and it's been dispersed out to the rest of the world.
Let me Titus 3:9. So you say it's Y DNA. It doesn't go by because we don't know. I can't tell you 50 years, 50 generations up who was my forefather. So I don't know when he was. So I can't go by that. I have to go by the bearing witness to what the scripture says. So go ahead and read that.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Read that.
But avoid foolish questions and genealogy.
And genealogy. The Bible tells you avoid the genealogy because you don't know. Your spirit has to bear witness. I have to know that. In Deuteronomy 28, it says that my people are going to go in slavery on slave ship. I'm going to be always oppressed. I'm never going to rise. My people's never going to rise. That means I'm bearing witness with all the scripture says. More than that. Read.
And contentions and strivings about the law.
So I don't strive about the law and the contentions about that. All I know is that I'm an Israelite. I'm going to come out here and preach what Christ said. And Christ said, my sheep will hear my voice. Read. What's that scripture?
John 10:27.
You know it. Go ahead and get it. That's right. That's where I'm going. So watch this. This is how we know we Israelites. As soon as we hear this word, something's going to snap in us. We're going to understand. Wait, I'm not a nigga no more? I'm not what they told me I am?
I ain't never been that.
Right.
See, that's the whole trick.
Well, we was that before this truth.
No.
Because the nigga was created in America. So if you in Christianity with white Christ on your mind and you up here selling drugs to your brother, prostitution, if you're not keeping God's laws, that makes you a nigga. Because a nigga is the totally opposite.
The state of mind,
That's
not
state
the
of mind.
color.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm not talking about the color. No,
Because nigga doesn't have
nigga
a
means
color
black.
code.
The color means black.
No.
All right,
The
I'm gonna
word
show you.
nigga does not have
I'm gonna
a
show you.
color
I'm gonna show
connotation.
you. Watch this. Read that.
This is the book of John, chapter 10 and verse 27.
Read.
My sheep hear my voice.
So once I heard this truth, I'm like, the Lord opened your mind. Something snapped. Okay, I'm part of his sheep because I don't believe none of this stuff that's going on right now. You're going to understand. Is that it?
No, sir.
Read.
And I know them, and they follow me.
Because we follow him. That's why we out here, because he told us to come to the highways and hedges and teach the people and bid them to come in, right? So give me Acts 16, verse 2, 4, Simeon, 13. Nigga.
No, it's 13:1.
There you go. There you go. And when you look in the old dictionary, what they changed now, the word is pronounced nigger in there. So let's read that.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 13 and verse 1.
Read.
Now, there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called nigger.
Simeon was a nigger, but nigger just in here means he's black, and he's also from a black area. That's where he's from. That's why he's called nigger. But it's, when you look in the old dictionaries, it tells you that word N-I-G-E-R, N-I-G-G-E-R, that
It's
meant
synonymous.
black. Yeah, it means black.
That definition was made up and given by a man.
But this right here is in the Bible. That's what I'm saying. It's in the Bible. It was written during the time of Paul. This was written by Luke. So it was there. But that's what they used to call it. If you was from a certain region, this is a black area, you was called such and such of nigger, or such and such of Tishba. This is what you was called. This is how they recognize you right there.
By them.
By their own people. This is how you, because they didn't have last names back then. You say, hey,
went by your family.
like by your family, but he was called, say it again, read it again.
Now, there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets as teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called niggers.
So that's what Simeon was called nigger. So that's what, they didn't even call him Simeon sometimes. They would say, hey nigga, say, as known as nigger. So that was a word even back then.
True.
Even when you look, one of Aaron's sons, I can't think of what his name. His name means the Negro. Name, I can't think of what it is. One of Aaron's sons, what's the one that put the javelin in the woman?
Okay, just because they were called these things and they accepted these things, does that mean that they were the ones who put that connotation, those terms on themselves?
No, I'm not saying that, but that's what it was known by. But when I say, when I say nigger, I'm talking about in America, we came in a nigger estate. What the white people call us.
They were in a foreign country, outside of America, being called nigger.
Right, but
so
what
that's not what they didn't make a nigger in America. They just transferred the ideology.
They called us something back. Okay, so in the Arabians, they didn't say nigger. They called us. I can't think.
Some other term of hatred.
Okay, yeah, right. But what I'm talking about, the nigger was created in America, because even in England when we was over there in captivity, they wasn't calling us nigger. The nigger mind state, they was calling us here. I'm talking about even back then when we started coming up from Africa into captivity. That's why I say the nigger mindset, the one the white people put on us. That was what I'm talking about. That was created here, because we had to be destroyed first, because they know that the people here.
It was Phineas.
Phineas, that's his name. Phineas was way back in the Bible, way back during Exodus, and that means the Negro. So that word was around.
Understood. Now let me ask you this.
What's that?
Now, Do you think that this land was inhabited by Asiatics alone before Columbus showed up?
Let's read it out the Bible.
No.
Give me a second answer. I don't like going over my own understanding. I do that. But I like to bring out the Bible and see what it says. So go to 2nd Ezra 13. Verse 40. You're in the spirit, you know.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse 40.
Read.
Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of OC.
So right here, from Ephraim on down, that's the 10 tribes. This is the tribe of Judah, the Jews, what they call Jews. This is called the tribe of Ephraim. So these tribes right here is who he's talking about. Read.
So, out of their own land in the time of OC, the king,
Read.
who Salmanasseh, the king of Assyria, led away captive.
So these 10 tribes was in captivity over there, but now Salmanasseh is going to let them go to their land. Watch, I'm going to just keep reading. Read.
And he carried them over the waters.
Over the waters, from that side of the earth to this side. Read.
And so came they into another land.
This is a new land. Read.
But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen.
Give me Osiris on the phone. Read. So they took this counsel among themselves, and over time, we're going to lead the heathen. The Assyrians, we're going to lead them. Why? Read.
And go forth into a further country where never mankind dwelt.
Where never mankind dwelt. Read.
Verse 42, that they might there keep their statutes, which they never kept in their own land.
Because they couldn't keep their laws. We was under the Assyrian captivity. We had to keep the Assyrian laws. Read.
And they entered into the Euphrates by the narrow passages of the river.
So they entered into the Euphrates, and they went around Africa. Around Africa. Read.
Verse 44, for the Most High then showed signs for them.
So God, it was ordained of God. He said, I'm going to tell you where you're going to go. Read.
And held still the flood.
Read.
Till they were passed over.
Read.
For through that country there was a great way to go.
Read.
Namely, of a year and a half.
So it took them a year and a half to get from the Euphrates River, go around Africa, and up the coast. Read.
And the same region is called Osiris.
What's the name of it?
Osiris.
Hey, y'all got that pulled up? Osiris? Hold on a second. Watch this. Now let's see what Osiris is. Read that Malachi.
Osiris. In some interpretation, Osiris is used to refer to the Americans, particularly as a place associated with the 10 lost tribes of Israel.
That right there. That right there.
What?
America is associated with the 10 lost tribes.
That's what I just
we
said.
was already here before they showed up.
Read. Wait, go back and read that again.
This land was not empty.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Read it again. When no man dwelt. It's up. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Verse 41.
Read.
But they took this counsel among themselves,
Read.
that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where never mankind
Where
dwelt.
never mankind dwelt. That's Osiris. So they came to Osiris, and now this is why you have your Native Americans, your Puerto Ricans, your Reubenites, which is the Seminole Indians. This is where you have your Guatemalans, all these people right here. That's the 10 tribes of Israel. They came over like that. And they told you, that's how Christopher Columbus found this place, because they read this scripture in the Bible. So I go by what the Bible says.
It's an interpretation.
This is what we do. We study, we are historians. We go into every book possible that can benefit us, but it has to filter through the Bible first.
This is the old world. All the stories in the Bible took place here.
This is the fourth part of the world. So when there's a book called The Fourth Part of the World, and he brings it up in the scriptures. This is the last place. This is the new world.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support